Hello. So this is a short class. I'm going to use the chair and some like medium-ish weights. And that's the whole story. I'm just going to turn off my phone so it doesn't make any loud noises. It's a little chilly down here, so I think I'm going to keep my sweater on. And I'm going to take my chair. Really need that. Okay. So this first part is really to lengthen out the spine. These are some really great stretches that I try to do very often at this point. You can face your chair and bring the hands forward. Okay, so this probably is not a good idea. Here we go. I like to wrap my hands around the sides of the chair and then walk my feet in so they're somewhat close to one another. And then I'll step 1 foot forward. I'm starting with my left and I'm stepping my right foot back, okay? My back foot is looking straight ahead. I'm not turned out, not that that's wrong, but if you can get it straight ahead, that's ideal. Immediately, because this front leg is bent, I feel a deep stretch through my right calf, which is nice. So we're gonna intensify that a few times, straightening and bending the front knee. Every time I bend my front knee, I get a deeper stretch through the back calf, which is really nice. Breathing is a nice addition to this. Just try and take some nice deep breaths. Change it however you need to change the movement to suit just how your body feels today. Maybe your feet aren't as wide as mine. And then at some point we can switch and then warm up the other side. So right foot forward, left foot back, left foot looking straight ahead. Ooh, that left calf is tight. Yeah, take your time with this if you would like. Breathe. This is a nice thing to do also before you go for a walk. It's getting colder now. We are in October, late October, and we have had quite the cold spell recently. So I know some of you are noticing that, and it's nice to just warm up the parts before we go outside. A lot of you have doggies to walk in the early morning. And then I'm gonna step both feet back and also both feet wide. And I'm gonna send my hips way back and let my head release and then start to move my hips right and left. And then I'm gonna bring one of my arms down towards the floor, keeping the other one on top of the chair. And then I'm gonna switch. One more each way. And then I'm gonna bring both arms back. And I'm gonna shift my weight forward. So I'm gonna leave my feet back where they are and practice warming up the muscles in the wrists and the shoulders. As I bring my weight forward, I'm coming almost and probably just about shoulders over wrists. This is a bit of weight in my wrists here, in my hands. And I'm gonna do that a few more times, keeping the abdominals in for support. It's like getting ready for a plank here. Please make sure your chair is sturdy. Breathe, I'm gonna do 5 more here. And 4. And 3. 2 more. And 1 more time. And then I'm gonna lean back. Feet will come back in pretty close to one another, if not together. I'm gonna step the left foot forward again. My feet are not one in line with the other, just wide enough so when I bring my hands off the chair here, I'll have enough support. So I'm gonna come to my fingertips, and then I'm gonna bring my upper body up. And I'm just gonna stabilize through the hips here, trying to square them off a little bit, bringing my right hip forward and my left hip back. The back heel is down. The more I bend my front knee, the more of a stretch I get through my right hip flexor. And I'm gonna bring my arms out nice and wide, adding a twist here. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Other way. Inhale, center. One more each way. Other way. And then back to center. I'm coming back to my hips with my hands just to, again, kind of square the hips off a little bit. Lifting the back heel, lowering it back down. Lifting the back heel, lowering it back down. One more time. Lift and lower. I'm going to bring my hands back to the chair, switching feet. Back heel down, front knee bent. Come to the fingertips and then come all the way up. Pelvis is nice and even. Lifting through the chest a little bit. Arms out nice and wide. Rotate, exhale. Inhale, center. Other way. Inhale, center. One more each way. Last one. And then come back to center. Hands back. Back heel. Up. And down. And up. And down. A few more. Again. Last one. Hands come back to the chair. Step your feet forward. I'm going to soften my knees and roll up through the spine to stand. Coming all the way up. Okay, from here, I'm going to come and sit on my chair, kind of towards the front edge, so I'm not going to lean back on the back of the chair. And then we'll do another little twist here before we do a side body stretch. So arms are coming out to the sides. You can keep your hips still on the chair as you rotate through your upper body. Okay, so knees are staying where they are. This is just a deeper thoracic spine twist. I like exhale twist. And then come back to the center. And I'm just going to change the way my chair is so you can see a little bit better. Coming back to exactly where I was, widening my feet. I'm going to bring my right forearm on my right thigh, and I'm stretching over through the left side here, which feels really nice. I'm just going to kind of let my chin come in towards my throat, reach through the fingertips, and then I'm going to kind of swoop around, put the left arm down, and bring that right arm up. Okay, so one of the things I notice for myself during the colder weather is, like we are holding tension in the body in a different way just because it's colder, it's chilly. So it's really nice to have a little stretch before and after we go out into the cold, if you feel like you need it. I'm going to just do this one more each way. And then I'm going to come back to the center and I'm going to walk my feet in towards one another, crossing my left over my right. So this is immediately a pretty big stretch for me. Sitting up nice and tall adds to the stretch. Leaning forward with a fairly straight spine also adds to the stretch through the left hip. So you can kind of practice lifting and then leaning forward and then lifting and then gently leaning forward. We can't force mobility, okay? So coming into this stretchy position and just kind of breathing into it. Maybe flex this foot a little bit. Move your head around a bit. Relax your forehead and your jaw. shoulders are down, and then come on back up again, and we'll switch over to the other side. Pull it in, sit up nice and tall, the best you can. P.S. If you prefer sitting back into your chair, if you get more support from that, go ahead and do it. Or even putting a pillow behind your back. Sitting up nice and tall, leaning forward with a bit of a straight spine, and then coming back up again. So I'm just, every time I lean forward, I'm increasing the stretch through my right hip. Breathe. And then I'm just gonna lean forward here. I'm gonna flex this foot a bit. And then back up. And then knees and feet together. Toes up, lifting the balls of the feet away from the ground. Toes down, heels up. Heels down, toes up. Sit up nice and tall. Toes down, heels up. Heels down, toes up. Toes down, heels down, up. 3, tough to say. 2, one more each way. Good. And then lower it down. Great. Now, isolating the cervical spine, keeping the shoulders relaxed. Bring your right ear towards your right shoulder, and then come back towards the center. Bring your left ear towards your left shoulder. Come back to center. Again, breathe. Notice if one side feels different from the other. One more each way here. And then come back to the center, and we're looking right and left. When you look right and left, just again, you're moving through your cervical spine. The shoulders are remaining still. And left. And right. And left. Use your eyes here. See what you see. One more each way. And then come back to the center. One more mobility move here. Chin forward and up. Use your eyes and look up. Chin in towards your throat, look down. Chin up, look up. Chin in, look down. One more each way. And again. And then come back to the center, okay? So, sorry, my allergies are bothering me down here. So now I'm gonna grab my light weights, and I'm just gonna do some seated arm movements here to warm up the arms and the shoulders. Okay, so just come to a comfortable position. I've got 5s here. Please grab whatever number feels medium-ish to you, okay? Feet are hip distant, knees about the same. Lifting up through the spine, drawing the abdominals in, and I'm just gonna nice, easy bicep curl up here. As I come up and down, I'm just stabilizing through the upper body. I'm keeping myself nice and still. Again, if you need to sit back into your chair so you can get feedback from the back of the chair, do that. This is a little bit more challenging. And we're just gonna do 4 more here. 4. Different exercises may require different weights because, you know, it may be better for you to have a lighter weight when you bring your arms over your head. Just adjust, it's okay. 1 more. And now I'm gonna hold here, and I'm gonna bring my arms out nice and wide. All right, so I'm staying here, lifting the chest, belly button is in, arms in, and then back out. And in. Back out. And 4. And 3. And 2. 1 more. And then I'm going to come down like this and forward like this. Okay, so now I'm going to continue to keep that bent elbow shape. This time out and back down. You can use your computer or a mirror or whatever it is you want to use to keep an eye on your shoulders here. Just trying to keep your shoulders nice and even. 4 more here. And 3. And 2. 1 more. Good. Now I'm gonna flip my palms up and bring the weights in and out. Think about the shoulder blades here. As you bring your weights wide, they kind of slide in towards one another. 5 more here. 5. And 4. And 3. And 2. 1 more. And then come back in. And then we'll go all the way down, lifting and staying nice and tall through the spine. Arms go straight back and back to your sides. Straight back and right to your sides. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. And then come right by your sides, rotate. And rotate. Rotate and rotate. 2 more of these. Mobile connections through the wrist, through the elbow, through the shoulder. That's what this warm-up is for. And then come back to the center. Keep your arms there by your sides. Relax your shoulders. We're going to do a circle with the head around and then back to the center. And we'll go the other way. Around and back to the center, holding right here. Okay, from here, we're gonna do just a little bit more with the arms, but I'm gonna come on up to stand. And we're just gonna be using one weight. I'll put one of them to, actually I just put one to the side, bonk. And I'm gonna use the chair, which is kind of optional, just to do a little bit more tricep work here. I'm gonna bringing one of my knees to my chair, and then my opposite hand down to the opposite end of the chair. And I'm gonna bring my left elbow, of course we'll do both sides, so whichever side you start with is fine, right in toward my ribs. The spine is nice and long. Try not to sort of round through the spine, but just to stay connected through the abdominals. And then extend by your side for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and then back down. Take a nice deep breath here. And I'm just gonna switch over to the other side. Okay, so I really want this today just to be a little bit more of a warm-up. I have a full day of teaching ahead of me, so on these colder days, sometimes it's nice to just do a bit of a warm-up before you head out. And out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then lower down. And then I'm going to come back to kind of where I started, which is facing my chair with my hands along the sides. And I'm going to move through a bit of a plank again, now that everything is super warmed up. Stepping my feet out and bringing my shoulders over my wrists, trying to find a fairly straight line through the spine. Breathing here for 5, 4, 3, 2. I'm gonna lift and lean back into my heels, sending my hips back and my head down, extending through the arms and the spine. And then I'm gonna come back again. Shoulders over wrists, lengthen through the spine, breathe. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All the way back, head down. And last one here. Try to find as much length as you can through the spine, through the legs, through the arms. One more deep breath. All the way back. I'm going to go all the way to my fingertips and then release my arms down in front of my toes, head heavy, soft knees. One more deep exhale here. and then rolling up to stand tall. One more breath here, shoulders relaxed. We did it, you guys. Enjoy that. Have a great day.